In a world teeming with over 8 billion souls, it's easy to feel like just another face in the crowd. Yet, some individuals carry silent symbols marks that whisper of a destiny beyond the ordinary. If you've ever noticed the letter M or a perfect crescent moon on your palms, understand this: you're not here by accident. These markings are not mere coincidences. They are ancient signatures, signifying a unique purpose woven into the very fabric of your being. The letter M on your palm is more than a pattern of lines. It's a testament to your innate intuition, leadership, and resilience. Historically, this mark has been associated with individuals who possess a deep sense of purpose and an unyielding drive to uncover truths hidden beneath the surface. The crescent moon, often found near the base of the palm, symbolizes transformation, growth, and a connection to the subconscious. It's a sign of those who navigate the world with empathy, sensitivity, and a profound understanding. Life's cycles. While many may have lines on their palms, the combination of the M and the crescent moon is rare. It's estimated that only a small fraction of the population carries both symbols, making those who do part of an exclusive group. Individuals destined to lead, heal, and inspire. From an early age, you've likely felt different. Perhaps you've experienced vivid dreams, a heightened sensitivity to the emotions of others, or an unshakable feeling that you're meant for something greater. These experiences are not anomalies. They are affirmations of your unique path. Life may have presented challenges, periods of isolation, misunderstandings, or moments where you felt out of place. Yet these trials were not punishments, but preparations, shaping you into someone capable of guiding others through their own journeys. This platform exists as a beacon for the marked. It's a space where stories converge, insights are shared, and here you'll find content designed to resonate with your experiences, validate your feelings, and provide tools to navigate your unique path. Throughout your journey, you may have encountered recurring numbers patterns that seem to appear at just the right moments. While the original script emphasized the number 77, let's explore other significant numbers. 11 represents intuition and spiritual insight. Seeing this number may indicate that you're aligning with your higher purpose. 22 symbolizes the master builder, someone capable of turning dreams into reality. It's a reminder of your potential to manifest your visions. 33 associated with compassion and guidance. This number suggests a calling to uplift and support others. Embracing your identity, understanding and accepting your identity as one of the marked is a transformative step. It empowers you to embrace your experiences, trust your intuition, and step into the role you're destined to play. Remember your journey. Unique, but you're not alone. A community of individuals shares your path, and together you can illuminate the way for others. Before we continue, I want to ask you something. Not as a content creator, but as someone walking beside you on this journey. If something in your spirit is awakening as you listen, then don't just watch, join, click subscribe. But do it not for me. Do it because this is more than a channel. This is your space. This is where the forgotten ones remember who they are. This is where the marked finally meet others who see them. And if you're still watching, I want to hear from you. Tell me what you need. What kind of insight would help you right now on your path? What topic would you like to explore next? Dream decoding, signs from the universe, palm energy, or spiritual protection? Leave your suggestion in the comments. From person to person, I invite you to shape this community with your voice. We're listening. You're not just a viewer. You're part of Point. Alignment. The world feels different for the marked because it is. There's something the world doesn't always understand about those who carry the letter M and the crescent moon on their palms. You see too much. You feel too deeply. You notice things others dismiss. It's not hypersensitivity. It's not emotional weakness. It's expanded perception. The markings in your hands are evidence that your nervous system is wired, not just to experience, but to decode. You are a spiritual processor, a soul radar. Where others see coincidence, you see divine timing. Where others feel discomfort, you sense danger. Where most feel safe, you feel interference. This is why crowds drain you. Why you often need to isolate after being around people. Why your heart pulls back when someone's energy doesn't match their smile. The truth? You were born to protect something precious inside of you, your frequency. Living between dimensions, the crossroads of human and divine. Many of the market. Worlds. Not just in imagination, but in consciousness. You've probably felt it. A strange sense that you're physically present, yet spiritually hovering somewhere just beyond the veil. You're not alone. This is part of your design. The crescent moon isn't just a symbol, it's a spiritual orbit. It marks you as someone who doesn't walk in straight lines. Your life unfolds in cycles, just like lunar phases. Periods of intense light, followed by solitude. Seasons of inspiration, followed by silence. Growth through shedding, clarity through pain. And the M, it's a bridge. You are a messenger, a mirror, a mystic, a memory bearer. You carry codes from higher realms, codes that aren't spoken. They are transmitted through your energy. That's why people cry when they talk to you. That's why strangers tell you their secrets. That's why animals trust you. And why spiritual activity increases around your presence, even if you've never spoken a word. The codes keep appearing. Random in Block 1, we touched on spiritual numbers. Now let's go deeper with new patterns. Have you noticed the number 144 appearing lately? This isn't numerology fluff. This is a collective activation code. Those with the M and the crescent are often part of what ancient texts called the remnant, or the 144,000, a symbolic group representing awakened souls scattered throughout time, chosen not for their perfection, but for their resilience. And how about 1212? This sequence often begins showing up when the marked are nearing a gate of alignment, a major shift where timelines intersect, and decisions made in that window echo for years to come. You might also see 404. This is not an error. In divine language, it often appears when you're building something stable after a collapse, your soul rebuilding with sacred geometry. Pay attention. The universe is not subtle with those it chooses. Why your presence feels like peace to others. Here's something you may have heard. Me. I feel safe around you. I don't know why, but I feel like I can trust you. That's not random. It's not just kindness. It's not just a nice vibe. It's your energetic imprint. When a marked one enters a space, the frequency of that environment shifts. Spiritual heaviness lifts. Hidden tension comes to the surface. Even technology behaves strangely. Why? Because you don't just carry light, you anchor it. And here's something to understand. Your silence often speaks louder than other speeches. Your stillness unsettles lies. Your tears cleanse spaces. Your breath, aligned with purpose, is prayer in motion. Marked for the collective, not just yourself. Being chosen is not a personal achievement, it's a cosmic assignment. You were not marked so that you could shine alone. You were marked to carry light into dark places, to walk beside people who don't yet remember who they are, and to awaken memory simply by being fully present. And this is not about being. Willing. Willing to feel what others numb. Willing to keep believing when others collapse into cynicism. Willing to love when others build walls. Willing to forgive when your ego screams not to. And this path? It's not flashy. It's not glamorous. It is often quiet, lonely, and full of invisible victories. But it's eternally significant. You're not just waking up, you're waking others. Every time you say yes to your calling, even if no one else sees it, you become a signal flare. The light in you speaks to the light in others. Think about this. How many people have walked away from a conversation with you different, even if they never said a word? How many times has your presence shifted the atmosphere without you realizing it? You are the kind of soul who creates waves simply by walking. You don't always need a platform. Your obedience is your influence. Your frequency is your ministry. Before we continue into the final block, let me ask, are you feeling understood? If so, drop a comment below and tell us what connected with your spirit the most so far. If you're ready for Block 3, where we'll talk about what comes after the awakening your mission, your emotional armor, and how to protect your energy, just say, I'm ready for Block 3. So, you felt it. Not just heard it, not just believed it, but felt it. Something deep inside you shifted over the course of this video. Because what you carry is not just potential, it's proof. The letter M etched into your palm. The crescent moon resting like a divine curve. These are not ornamental. They are assignments carved into the very temple of your body. Assignments that you agreed to carry long before your first breath. Let's go deeper now. Let's talk about what happens after you awaken. The emotional armor of the marked being chosen doesn't exempt you from pain. In fact, it guarantees more of it, because what you carry must be tested, refined until it becomes indestruct. Notice that your heart breaks easily, not because you're weak, but because it's open. And while the world labels that as fragility, the spiritual realm calls it power. Every betrayal you've endured wasn't just a wound. It was a forge, a spiritual fire to temper your discernment. Every loss was a pruning, a divine rearrangement, clearing your field for higher alignment. And every silence where you begged heaven for an answer and received nothing but stillness was not abandonment. It was a sacred pause, allowing your inner world to catch up to your destiny. You are stronger than you feel, and more equipped than you think. But with that strength comes a responsibility to guard your frequency. Protecting your energy is a spiritual discipline. Once you awaken, your energy becomes magnetic. People will be drawn. Your light deserves your flame. Your time is sacred. Your peace is valuable. Your soul is not a public space, it is a sanctuary. Build boundaries like altars. Use your no like a prayer. Say it with peace. Say it with protection. And here's the key. You don't need to fight energy. You only need to stay aligned with yours. Because your frequency is self-cleansing when you stay in remembrance. Let go of what lowers your vibration. Songs, people, habits, thoughts. You weren't meant to carry everything. Only what you were encoded to carry. The mission is real, and so are the consequences of ignoring it. There's something tragic about a marked one who never steps into their calling. Because when you resist the path, life doesn't get easier, it gets heavier. Your soul begins to rebel against you. Won't let you rest until you respond. You weren't chosen to coast through life. You were chosen to shift the spiritual landscape of entire rooms just by entering them. And your tools? They're subtle. Your voice, your presence, your calm in the chaos, your truth in a world full of noise. You were marked to bring equilibrium, to be a walking lighthouse when storms come, to whisper when the world screams, to see clearly when the world spins. You are the continuation of an ancient line. The crescent moon is a symbol etched into history, seen in prophecies, in symbols of divine femininity, in shields of warriors, and on foreheads of enlightened ones. The M is not just for messenger, but also memory, because you are the memory of truth walking in a time of distortion. You've lived before, you've served light before, and you came again not by accident, but by agreement. An agreement to help humanity remember. An agreement to stay awake when the masses sleep. You are part of a soul lineage, and your hands carry the evidence. And when you honor your markings, you not only fulfill your destiny, you restore balance. When you say yes, the universe responds. When you walk in alignment, the universe opens in response. You'll begin to notice it. Right people entering your life out of nowhere. Clarity returning after years of fog. Your intuition speaking louder than ever. Dreams becoming clearer, more vivid, more instructive. And most of all, a peace that no chaos can cancel. Because when you stop fighting your calling, you step into flow. You stop chasing. You start magnetizing. And others will feel it, even if they can't name it. You will become a living transmission, a walking permission slip for others to rise. It may feel like the healing you've done was only for your own survival, but that's a small part of the truth. The deeper truth is this, when a mem. Across generations, past, present, and future. Yes, your choice to forgive someone who never apologized. Your decision to keep your heart open after betrayal. Your refusal to collapse when the pain was too much. All of that changed the blueprint of your bloodline. You broke something toxic that had passed through ancestors untouched. You interrupted a cycle so old, it didn't even have a name anymore. And what you've built in silence, the faith you rebuilt stone by stone, will be inherited by souls who may never even know your name. That's the weight of your presence. That's the invisible revolution you've been leading all along. When the soul awakens, it begins to reclaim its light. You are not becoming something new, you are remembering. Your soul didn't start its journey when you were born. It came in already carrying information, codes, vows, and assignments. This is why you've always felt ancient, even as a child. Couldn't pretend to care about what others clung to. You were never meant to play by this world's template, because your spirit came to reshape it. Every time you said no to what felt wrong, even when pressured, every time you chose stillness over popularity, you were returning to your soul's alignment. And when that alignment happens, synchronicities begin exploding like stars. Not because they suddenly appeared, but because your vision finally cleared enough to see them. The marked are navigators in a chaotic world. One of your greatest roles on earth is this: to be a compass when others feel lost. You don't have to know all the answers. You just need to stay anchored in truth, because your very presence is direction. Your calmness is orientation. Your frequency is like a lighthouse in the fog of confusion. You may not always realize it, but your energy teaches without words. The way you live, how you respond to crisis, how you honor your peace. Grace. All of it leaves impressions on the souls around you. And one day, when someone else finds themselves at the edge of the cliff you once stood on, they'll remember how you never jumped. And that memory might just save them. Reflections, not replicas. Another thing to remember: you're not here to convince. You're not here to preach. You're here to reflect truth to those ready to see. And not everyone will be ready. That's okay. Some people will reject you, not because you did something wrong, but because the light you carry reveals what they're still hiding from. Let them go. The chosen must learn this spiritual discipline. You're not assigned to everyone. Your energy is medicine, but even medicine must be prescribed with care. Not everyone is ready to heal. Some are addicted to pain, and that is not your fault. So be gentle with yourself. Let your focus remain on the ones who do see you, who feel you, who grow simply by being near your leg. Enough. Your sensitivity is a spiritual security system. You may have spent years trying to dull your emotions, to numb the weight, to shrink your heart, to blend in. But your sensitivity is a divine alert system. When something's off, your body knows before your brain. When a place is unsafe, your skin tightens. When a person is not who they say they are, your gut vibrates. When something sacred is approaching, you wake at night, fully alert, for no reason the logical mind can explain. You were born aware. You don't need to fix that. You need to honor it, because that radar has kept you alive. And more than that, it has kept you aligned. Everything you lost was preparing you for this life. The broken friendships, the strange delays, the painful endings. You weren't being punished. You were being cleared. Not everything you asked for was denied. Some things were postponed until you were truly ready. Some people were kept out of your life, not because couldn't grow where your soul was going. You've lost much, yes, but what you're gaining now is weightless and eternal. Peace, clarity, alignment, legacy. This isn't just a season of awakening. It's a season of harvest. Let this be the moment you stop apologizing for who you are. Say it with me now, not just as a phrase, but as a spiritual decree. I carry the mark, and I will no longer shrink. I remember who I am. I am not afraid of being seen anymore. Let the world adjust to your frequency. You don't need to lower it. Let your spirit speak without resistance. Let your presence be its own sermon, because you are not just chosen. You are remembered. You are equipped, and you are ready. A closing invitation, one soul to another. If this message pierced something inside of you, then don't let this moment end without sealing it. Subscribe to this space, not because it's trendy, but because it's home. Comment below with what you've awakened to, and ifs, with someone whose spirit speaks your language. We are building something rare here, something real. A soul family united not by proximity, but by remembrance. And no matter how long it took you to find us, you were always meant to. You are the reason this channel exists. We see you, we honor your path, and we walk with you now marked, called, ready.